Hey, this is Parker Bennett from Aligned Online, and I'm just going to do a quick overview of how you might dip into the Facebook Ads Manager and get some information, even if you're not going to run Facebook ads. So even if you don't have a business page yet, you can still create a personal ad account just by coming down here and clicking Create Ad. And I've set up a little dummy account here to do this. So it has a personal ad account for your person, as opposed to being attached to your Facebook page and presumably your business. And it's going to want to start leading you through this process of picking a goal and setting up an ad account and an ad set. And all of these things are sort of confusing. An ad set is really more or less where you pick your audience. Um, and it's this audience that we're really looking for information about from Facebook. So what we can do without creating any ads, without doing anything yet, is just come up here to the search bar, click the letter T for tools, and use this audience insights tool to start taking a look at who is the right target for your business and where are they, hanging out on Facebook. So when we first click here, we see actually um, we're in the United States, and there's some default values that have been loaded in here. Typically, the people who are buying services from me are going to be a little older, probably at least, 27, maybe even older. And I can start to see, well, who of this group is on Facebook. So I've limited, you know, myself here. So now we're into this 35, 44%. I can see what their interests are, what their lifestyle says. I don't know what, I'm not sure what these mean. Clubs and causes, solid surroundings. I can start seeing they're a little bit more married, a little bit more college. Here's some job titles. So I'm getting a sense of the kinds of people just overall on Facebook that they're reaching, right? So, and if I start looking at this really broad audience and see what pages they like, I'm getting here's a picture of, everybody. But it gives you a little insight. Now, the trick here is this is everybody. Now we want to get insights into the people who you're trying to reach. So maybe it's regional, maybe it's, only California. And maybe it's only women because your business is targeting women specifically. And maybe it's yoga. And you start drilling down and providing more information here. Well, they're into meditation, and they are into physical fitness, and we'll leave it at that. Maybe there's a magazine that you know is really in line with uh, you know what what you're doing. So maybe they liked Yoga World, for example. And as we plug stuff into here, and we could even get more advanced, we could decide um, that we only want business owners who are into yoga, right? So that might be um, one way to do target business owners is, or at least the people who are managing their Facebook page, is you can come down here into advanced behaviors and click on Facebook page admins. And so now, and you can obviously go through all of these and try to narrow down who is the ideal person for your business. And what's interesting about this is then you can click on page likes, and you might find a place you weren't expecting that your target is hanging out. And it's important to do that see all, because there's all these other things that you want to go check out beyond the top 10. So this will give you a little bit of a uh, this will give you a bit of a head start on finding these places that you might connect with these people. And beyond these audience insights, the next thing you're going to want to do is create a pixel. It's a bit of tracking code that you embed in if you have a landing page or a website, so that you can start having Facebook know who's showing up on your page, who's showing up to view your page. And the reason that's important is that you can later use that information to build an audience of people who are actually who've gone and visited your page, and retarget them with an ad. So you kind of push what you're offering in front of them again, and keep them, these are people who've shown some interest, so you want to keep them engaged. So really quickly, mostly your marketing objection is going to objection. Your marketing objective is going to be conversions. Possibly Facebook leads is a special kind of ad that runs that only pops up a little, get on my list opt-in, and people can it's convenient because people's information's already pre-filled out there. So it's super easy for them. You just the only drawback is it's not automatically feeding into your MailChimp or Constant Contact or something like that. So you have to keep track of the leads that get generated within Facebook and export them out and import them in. Or if, for example, you're on MailChimp, there's an integration that lets you um, take Facebook leads and immediately pull them into a MailChimp list. It takes care of that for you. So this conversion is typically where you're going to start. You might do lead magnet here. I haven't even set up an ad account here, so it's going to walk me through a bunch of options. This advanced option might be good if you're using your personal account. You can use your business name here. And continue. This is the event. This is what you want to have, where the pixel is going to be tracked. So I'm going to say it's a lead event. This pixel already exists, so that's why it showed up. Um, this is where you can create that audience. So you can start narrowing down who you're going to look at. This is a lot more of a conversation than I'm going to be able to do here, but what you're going to eventually do is start saving audiences and testing them against each other. If you go up here and search for pixels, you can view the pixel code here. And when you first set up this pixel, this is what will show up. And you would copy that, and that goes into, if you're in lead pages, for example, there is a special place where you click, there's a special tracking place where you would click, not on Facebook. It's a little confusing because this This is information that Facebook pulls in to, if you share this page on Facebook, it comes and pulls the title from here and the description from here and a thumbnail image from here, or it's supposed to. I've had mixed luck with that. This is called the Open Graph metadata. But what we're doing instead is clicking here on Analytics, and in this head section tracking code, we're pasting that Facebook pixel and then update. There's a way to see if you've been successful in putting that Facebook pixel code in. And it's a plugin in Chrome called the Facebook Pixel Helper. And it gives you the ID here. So that is installed. And then there's these event codes that you could, for example, put a separate piece of code on the thank you page. So if people register and they get to the thank you page, that fires, and that's what Facebook keeps track of as the conversion event. So that might be the complete registration code, or so you might put the lead, lead as the event that happens when they get to the page, to read about your offer. And then if they get to the thank you page, this code goes there. Like I said, there's a lot to learn, and Facebook has their own training called Blueprint. Very extensive, and it's free. So I recommend go try that out. And there's a lot of good information on a website called Social Media Examiner.com. That's worth a look too. Thanks, everyone. That's it for me.